Hello everyone! I hope you are having an exceptional day. Although I can't be there in person, I am super excited to be joining you as your mystery reader. I am Amelia's super cool and awesome dad, John. And today, we will read 3 wonderful books together. Nana in the City will be the last book we read. Before that, we are going to read Please Mr. Panda. And to start off today, we are going to read This Moose Belongs to Me with our special guest, Marcel. What do you think, Marcel? Should we go ahead and get started? This Moose Belongs to Me. Yes, you do. By Oliver Jeffers. Wilfred owned a moose. He hadn't always owned a moose. The moose came to him a while ago, and he just knew, that it was meant to be his. He thought he would call him Marcel. Yes, that's an excellent name, Marcel. He began following Marcel, explaining the rules of how to be a good pet. Much of the time, it seemed as though the moose wasn't listening, but Wilfred knew he was, mostly because he followed rule number 4 very well, not making too much noise while Wilfred played his record collection. I love listening to music too. Sometimes the moose wasn't a very good pet. He generally ignored rule number 7, going whichever way Wilfred wants to go. The moose had a very good sense of direction, and Wilfred did not. And because the moose was particularly poor on rule number 7, subsection B, maintaining a certain proximity to home, Wilfred quickly learned to bring some string along on their outing so he could find his way back again. Uh-oh, I think they're getting far out into the woods. Sometimes the moose was an excellent pet. He had no trouble with rule number 11, providing shelter from the rain. Could you imagine being under a moose while it rained? Or rule number 16, knocking down things that are out of Wilfred's reach. Good work. Love apples. One day, as Wilfred discussed their plans for the coming year on a particularly long walk, he made a terrible discovery. Someone else thought she owned the moose. Rodrigo, you're back. Wilfred was dumbstruck. This moose was Marcel, not Rodrigo. The old lady was mistaken. Wilfred thought it only proper that he correct her. This moose belongs to me, he explained. And to prove it, he called Marcel. Heel. Yes, I know you don't like to be called over. But the moose did not respond. He seemed more interested in the old lady. Good, Rodrigo. Oh, looks like he's interested in that apple, maybe. Embarrassed and enraged, Wilfred rushed off for home. Fine. But in his haste, and miles from anywhere, he tripped over his string and got tangled up. And there he lay. Wilfred was beginning to get a little bit worried. It was getting late, and the monsters would be out soon. Oh boy. He had just ruled out the last of his options. A bear with an axe, a hammer, a penguin, a saw, a shark who says no problem. Thanks! Well, I guess that's one way to get untangled from string. When along came the moose. Yes, not just any moose. I know it's Marcel. And performed rule number 73 brilliantly, rescuing your owner from perilous situations. All was forgiven, and perhaps Wilfred admitted he'd never really owned the moose anyway. What a beautiful place to walk. With that in mind, he and the moose reached a compromise. The moose would agree to all of Wilfred's rules. You will bring me a cup of orange juice. That doesn't seem very nice. Whenever it suited him. Maybe Wilfred should listen to what the moose wants to. Dominic, you're back, and you brought me an apple. Interesting. Yes, I know you love your friends, and I know you love apples too. And that was an excellent story. Marcel, do you think it's okay if we read one of the other books? You do? Okay. Please, Mr. Panda. Oh, what a wonderful page. I love donuts. There are so many donuts on this page. Which one to decide? Which one would you decide to pick? Yes, those are all good options. I think I see someone hiding on this page. I wonder who that is. Please, Mr. Panda by Steve Antony. The panda says, "Would you like a donut?" The little penguin says, "Give me the pink one." That's not very nice. "No, you cannot have a donut. I have changed my mind," says the panda. "Would you like a donut?" he says to the skunk. "I want the blue and the yellow one." That's not very nice either. "No, you cannot have a donut. I have changed my mind." So the panda says again, "Would you like a donut?" "No, no, go away." He was just trying to be nice. Whoa, look at that. That's a big whale. The panda says, "Would you like a donut?" "I want them all. Then bring me some more." "No, you cannot have a donut. I have changed my mind," says the panda. Oh, looked like the whale really wanted some donuts, but maybe he didn't ask nicely. "Would anyone else like a donut?" said the panda. Hello, may I have a donut?" "Please, Mr. Panda?" "You can have them all." "Thank you very much. I love donuts." "You're welcome. I do not like donuts." Oh, what is it, Marcel? Oh, the next book. You're right, I'm sorry. All those donuts. Thinking about eating all of them made me sleepy too. But you're right, let's keep reading. I think we learned something very important in this story. It's good to say please and to be nice. What do you think, Marcel? Should we read our final book for the day? You do? I love this book. Now, many of you may not have seen your grandparents for some time, although hopefully you have. But just in case, if you're planning to visit your grandparents anytime soon, I hope you enjoyed this book. This book is called Nana in the City by Lauren Castillo. I went to stay with Nana at her new apartment in the city. Wow, look at that. I love my Nana, but I don't love the city. The city is busy. The city is loud. The city is filled with scary things. It is no place for a Nana to live. But Nana says the city is wonderful, bustling, booming, and extraordinary. She says it is the perfect place for a Nana to live. Ooh, look at the two kitty cats playing. They seem to like the city too. At night, the room rumbles and shakes. There is no sleeping here. Nana, aren't you afraid in the city? It is busy, loud, and filled with scary things. Nana gave me a kiss, tucked my blankie in nice and tight. Tomorrow, she said, I will show you how wonderful the city is. I wonder what she's making. Nanas are super cool. When I woke up in the morning, Nana was holding a fancy red cape. For you to wear on our walk today, she said. You'll see that the city is not scary at all. The cape does make us feel more powerful. I felt brave in my cape. That looks super fun. We got ready and left the apartment. I see him down there. He's flying away, using his magical cape. The city was busy. The city was loud. But Nana was right. The city was not filled with scary things. The city was filled with extraordinary things. Look at all the lights. There is so much for a Nana to do in this city. When it was time to leave, I wrapped Nana in my cape. This will keep you brave, I tell her. The city is busy. The city is loud. And it is the absolute perfect place for a Nana to live. And for me to visit. I love all of these stories very much, and I hope you have too. I have very much enjoyed spending time with you on this mystery reader. Hello, Amelia. I hope you're having a good day at school. Hello to all of your classmates. Hello to the new student as well. I hope everyone is having a What is that, Marcel? But I finished. We're done. That was the last story. Okay. All right, Marcel, I'll find that other book, okay? All right. So Marcel has another book he'd like us to read. Is that okay with you? Great. Okay, one sec. Let me find this other book. Oh, where is it? Do you have it? Oh. Aha! I found it. It was stuck under the chair. This book tends to get stuck pretty often. Okay, Marcel, I found it. This is another book by Oliver Jeffers. Stuck. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. Oh no. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. So he threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite one. And unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Oh no, I hope he doesn't. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. A kite, 2 shoes, and a cat. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. The ladder is stuck too. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck too. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down their front door. Hello? Did you get up here the same way? Said the milkman, who was trying to knock down the family car. An orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. A small boat to knock down the orangutan. A big boat to knock down the small boat. A rhinoceros to knock down the big boat. A long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros. The house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. Floyd! A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And they all got stuck. Whew, that's a lot of things stuck up in a tree. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. Can we help at all? That's nice of them. And up they went, first the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he would be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. Ooh, he's going to chop down the tree, right? He lined it up as best he could and hurled it up the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Hey, he got his kite back. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep, exhausted. Though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea. Yes, I know you like to tell the ending of the story differently, that it was you that saved everybody out of the tree. Maybe you were that idea, Marcel, that the fireman thought of. I hope you enjoyed story time today with me as your mystery reader. I've enjoyed it with you. If you ever are looking for something to do in an evening, pick up a book, find a wonderful friend to read with, cuddle up into a cozy chair, and enjoy time reading, or looking at the pictures, or telling your own story about the book. It's lots of fun. Well, this has been a blast. I look forward to meeting all of you once and for all, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.